What if I told you that one of the world's most popular foods, something millions of people eat at ball games, backyard barbecues, and school lunches, is quietly doing things to your body that most people never talk about? Hot dogs. Simple, cheap, delicious. But what actually happens inside your body when you eat them regularly? Today, we're breaking it all down. The good, the bad, and the stuff nobody puts on the label. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll never look at a hot dog the same way again. Welcome back to Vital Bite, the place where we decode everyday foods and what they actually do to your health. If you're new here, hit subscribe. We drop new videos every week. Now let's talk hot dogs. What's actually in a hot dog? Before we talk about what they do to your body, we need to understand what's inside them. A typical hot dog is a processed meat product, usually made from a blend of pork, beef, chicken, or turkey. But here's where it gets interesting. The meat is emulsified. That means it's blended into a smooth paste, and then mixed with a cocktail of ingredients: salt, sugar, corn syrup, preservatives, artificial flavors, and something called sodium nitrite. A single standard hot dog contains roughly 150 to 190 calories, 5 to 7 grams of saturated fat, 400 to 700 milligrams of sodium. That's up to 30% of your daily limit in one link, and very little fiber or vitamins. When you add a bun, ketchup, mustard, and relish, you've just stacked another 200 plus calories and another hit of sodium and sugar on top. Now that you know what's in there, let's follow it through your body. What happens immediately after you eat one? The moment you take a bite, digestion starts in your mouth. The high fat and salt content triggers a dopamine release. That's right. Hot dogs are literally engineered to taste good. Your brain gets a small reward hit, which is part of why they're so easy to overeat. In your stomach, the processed meat breaks down more slowly than whole foods. The high fat content delays gastric emptying, meaning you feel full, but your digestive system is working overtime. The sodium starts entering your bloodstream within minutes. Your kidneys respond by retaining water to dilute that salt, which can cause temporary bloating and a slight rise in blood pressure, even from just one hot dog. If you're eating it at a ball game or festival, you probably won't notice. But your cardiovascular system definitely does. What happens to your heart? This is the big one. Hot dogs are classified as processed red meat, and the research here is not kind. According to a major Harvard study, eating just one serving of processed meat per day, that's one hot dog, was associated with a 42% higher risk of heart disease compared to those who ate none. Why? 3 main reasons. First, saturated fat. The fat in hot dogs raises your LDL. That's your bad cholesterol, which contributes to plaque buildup in your arteries over time. Second, sodium. Chronically high sodium intake is one of the leading drivers of hypertension, high blood pressure, which is the #1 risk factor for heart attack and stroke worldwide. Third, sodium nitrite, the preservative used to give hot dogs their pink color and extend shelf life. In the body, nitrites can convert into compounds called nitrosamines, some of which have been shown to damage blood vessels and have other harmful effects. Now, one hot dog won't give you heart disease, but eating them regularly over months and years, that's where the data becomes concerning. What happens to your cancer risk? Let's address the headline most people have heard: processed meat and cancer. In 2015, the World Health Organization made a landmark announcement. They classified processed meats, including hot dogs, as Group 1 carcinogens. That means there is sufficient evidence that they can cause cancer in humans, specifically colorectal cancer. Now let's be clear about what that actually means. Group 1 doesn't mean guaranteed to cause cancer. It means the link is well established. Alcohol and tobacco are also in Group 1, but the level of risk depends on how much and how often you consume. The estimated increase in colorectal cancer risk from eating 50 grams of processed meat per day, that's roughly one hot dog, is about 18% compared to non-consumers. The mechanism? Those nitrites again. When processed meat is cooked at high temperatures, grilled, fried, or charred, it can form additional compounds called heterocyclic amines and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, both of which have been shown to damage DNA and colon cells. Eating hot dogs occasionally, your risk stays very low. Eating them daily for years, the cumulative exposure starts to matter. What happens to your weight and metabolism? Hot dogs are calorie-dense, but not particularly filling or nutritious. They're low in fiber and protein quality, and high in refined fat and salt. a combination that doesn't trigger satiety hormones the way whole foods do. Studies on ultra-processed food consumption consistently show that people eat significantly more calories when their diet is dominated by products like hot dogs, compared to diets built around whole foods, even when total calorie counts are matched. Over time, regular hot dog consumption can contribute to gradual weight gain, especially around the abdomen, insulin resistance due to the combined effect of processed fat, sugar, and sodium on metabolic pathways, chronic low-grade inflammation, which is now recognized as a root driver of everything from obesity to Alzheimer's disease. The sodium also interferes with kidney function over time, making it harder for your body to regulate fluid balance, which can raise baseline blood pressure and stress the heart. Is there anything good about hot dogs? Fair question. Let's be balanced here. Hot dogs do contain protein, about 5 to 7 grams per link. For people in food-insecure situations, they're an affordable, accessible source of calories. Some brands now offer versions made with turkey, chicken, or plant-based ingredients that are significantly lower in saturated fat and sodium. These are meaningfully better options. And if you're an otherwise healthy person, eating a hot dog at a July 4th cookout or a baseball game a few times a year, the occasional indulgence is not going to derail your health. Context always matters in nutrition. So here's the bottom line. Hot dogs are one of the most heavily processed foods in the modern diet. Eaten regularly, they are linked to higher risks of heart disease, colorectal cancer, weight gain, and metabolic dysfunction, primarily due to their sodium content, saturated fat, and the preservatives used in production. The science isn't saying never eat a hot dog. It's saying be honest about how often you're eating them and what they're replacing in your diet. If this video gave you something to think about, do me a favor. Hit the like button, share it with someone you know who loves hot dogs, and subscribe for more videos like this every week. And drop a comment below. Are you rethinking hot dogs after this? I read every single one. See you in the next video.